Here we go. Okay, so hello everyone. Happy Thursday. I've decided I'm allergic to work because I keep getting these like itchy red bumps on my forehead for the past 2 days. So I decided I'm not going into work anymore because I'm clearly allergic to it. So don't look at those. Like I tell you, and then I tell you not to look at them. So I have two topics I want to talk about today. The first one is something we have talked about before. Okay, we've talked about get out of their wallet, right? We talked about that. I went through my notes from the Sherry Brown class I took at convention 2 years ago by the same name. Lots of really awesome information in there about customer service and all of that stuff, and not assuming that just because you don't think they can afford it, that you don't offer it to them. So I wanted to tell you guys a little story right along those lines because this just happened to me yesterday. So I have been posting about those half off deals, right? Like a crazy person in all of my parties, in my VIP, on my personal page, in my story, because that's how you got to do it. Messaging previous customers, blah, blah, blah. So I have this party going and this girl commented on my post that I shared in SMS. And she said she wanted one of the build your own bundles. And I was like, cool. It's going to be like $40, like blah, 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 right? And so she said something like, I'm also thinking about a foundation. Cool. So I asked her about her skincare. I asked her about her skin type. I asked her about what kind of coverage she was looking for, all of that good stuff that will influence whether I suggest liquid, BB, or stick, right? So we decided on a foundation type. I was like, oh, just to let you know, like there's some bundles on sale that has a foundation in it. So I sent her some pictures of the collections, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, I like this collection. And it was whatever is the one on the bottom. Flawless Goddess, maybe. And the one with the primer and the mask and the foundation, and whatever else. And I sent her that picture and she was like, oh, that looks really good. Like, how much is that? And I was like, 162. Normally it's like 100 and whatever, 90, whatever. And she was like, oh, well, I can't afford that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, we can just get this bundle of the half off stuff and we can just throw a foundation on there. And so that we were talking more about foundation type and she was asking about the BB cream. And so I was like, okay, well, just an FYI, like we have a bundle right now that's kudos that has the BB cream and that's also on sale right now. You know, just like everything that she was saying, I was like, oh, sorry to give you another option, but that's in a bundle that's on sale. And so eventually we got to the point where we talked about her skincare and we talked about what, she's got dry, flaky skin. And I was like, girl, hey, me too. What up? And here's, I use the exfoliating mask almost every day. I love the stick mixed with the BB for that specific reason. Like going through all the things that I love about our products that is going to help her with her skin problems, that she didn't come out and say that it makes her less confident or not feel so beautiful or something like that. But as someone who has dry, flaky skin, I know that it's got to be affecting her in some way about her own self-confidence, right? So I'm talking to her about all this stuff that I love and how it helps me and my skin problems. And before you know it, she's like, okay, well, let's do the BB cream bundle and that other half off, the bundle of the half off stuff. So before you know it, she spent $145, but $160 was too much. Okay. It wasn't too much. It was that she didn't see the value in the $160. She didn't see what that could do for her. But the more that we talked, and that's why questions and conversations and relationships are so important in this business, the more that we talked, the more I found out what I could help her with. And by I could help her, I mean the products can help her with, what the products could help her with. And so once she realized the value of the products, 145 was no big deal, but 160 at the beginning was too much. Okay, is that making sense, you guys? Are you guys like, whoa, that's crazy, right? It's the same kind of thing with the opportunity, okay? I don't care how many people tell you I don't have money for the kit. 98% of them have money. They just don't want to spend it on the kit. Okay, they will spend $99 at Target. They will go get their nails done. They will pay their phone bill. They will pay their cable bill, which cable is super expensive, FYI. And I always love that post that Amanda made years and years and years ago that I've stolen and everyone has stolen. If your dream house was for sale for $99, you'd find that dang $99, right? I don't care how broke you are. If you find something that you think is valuable for $99, you're going to find a way to get $99, right? It's just that they don't think this business and this kit is valuable enough for them to spend $99 of their hard-earned money on it because they don't see what it can do for them. Just like that girl yesterday didn't see what that bundle could do for her until I talked her through it. And that's why attraction marketing is so important. And that's why it's so important to be building relationships with these people and figuring out their pain points. What do they not like about their life right now? And how can joining this business help with that problem? That's exactly all this business is. Sales, getting people to join, all of that is the same foundational underlying aspect of finding out what is keeping people up at night and figuring out how this business can help them. So I saw Lori commented some light bulbs, which is exactly what I was hoping for here. A little aha moment. I know we had talked about the get out of their wallet session that I went to a convention 2 years ago. But one of the things that I remember from that session that I did not write down in my notes, so that tells you how memorable it was that I remember it almost 2 years later. Sherry Brown, who is Black Status Level 2, was giving this breakout session about getting out of their wallet. And one of the things that she said, the example that she gave was, she used to work in a department store at a beauty counter, right? You guys have seen those beauty counters at wherever. And they had these little bottles of like face cream, right? And they were, I don't know, whatever, $20 for a bottle of face cream. And she was like, I could sell $20 bottles of face cream all day long because that face cream was awesome. I used it. It helped with, the bags and the wrinkles and all the stuff and the moisturizing. And it was amazing. And I sold so many of them. And we had this jar that was big, that was 6 little jars combined into one, but it was $100. So like, it was like buy 5, get 1 free, basically is what that was like. And she was like, it sat there for years. I would dust around it. It never got sold. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't think it was ever going to go anywhere. And then they hired this new girl, and within 3 days, this new girl sold it. And Sherry was like, what the hell? Like, how did you do that? Like, what is happening? Like, I've been working here for 3 years. Nobody's ever asked me about that. And the new girl was like, well, did you ever offer it to anyone? And Sherry Brown was like, I assumed no one would want to pay $100 for that bottle of cream. So no, I didn't ask anyone if they were interested in it. She would let people come in and buy 5 of the little jars, but never say, hey, you could get this jar for the price of 5, but the content of 6. Like, what a great deal, right? Not once did she mention that to a single customer. And so she never sold it. But this new girl waltzes in and in 3 days has sold this giant bottle of face cream. And that, to me, I was like, yeah. And we've talked about it all the time, you guys. If you are not offering it to your friends list, some other presenter who is friends with them will. Just like Joe said, someone else who's not afraid, someone else will take that person off of your prospect list by getting them to join them because they weren't afraid to send a message. Okay? I always think about that when I'm sending my opportunity messages. This person could be a rock star, and if they're going to be on someone's team, they're going to be on my team. Okay, so that was my little first topic. I hope that was enlightening for you guys. The second topic, speaking of Joe's video, hold on a second here. I'm trying not to show you guys that I don't have pants on. 1 second, please. I needed some water. Okay. The second topic I wanted to talk about, speaking of Joe's video, is what the heck is going on with this announcement tomorrow? I'm freaking out, okay? Nobody knows what's happening, but we're all freaking out, okay? I think we spent a good solid 20-25 minutes in the team chat trying to guess what it is. I don't think any of us are right, frankly, but we'll find out soon. Yes, puppy. So here's my plan. Ooh. If you are unmuted, could you mute yourself, please? Thank you. So here's my plan for what I'm going to do to utilize this information. And I know we've talked about this in the chat a little bit, but I'm going to expand on it. So I would say that you are going to want to get a list ready. If you do not already keep a list, get a list ready of all the people you've ever talked to about this opportunity. Okay. Think about the words that you use when you send opportunity messages. Hey girl, crazy. This might sound crazy. Have you ever thought about it? Short little video, think about the words that you use when you're sending these people opportunity messages. Search that in Messenger, and then write a list of all the people you've ever talked to about this opportunity. Because when we find out what's happening at 10 Pacific time tomorrow, you want that list ready to go. Okay, you don't want to waste any time on this. What else? Whisper campaign. If we've listened to Eric Worre in our back office, we know a little bit about a whisper campaign, right? So I'm thinking story mode. I'm thinking VIP group. I'm thinking parties. I'm thinking everywhere. I'm thinking Messenger. I'm thinking Greenlight. I'm thinking on the fence sitters are all going to hear, dude, something bananas is happening tomorrow. I don't know what it is yet, but what I can tell you is that you're going to want to be on my team when this drops. Have you given it any more thought? Are you ready? Can we do this? Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Or in your story, just like we did with, who knows? We do this with everything, right? A poll in your story. If I had a secret that could make you tons of money and give you a successful business, would you want to know about it? Whatever we've done before, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time, you guys, okay? This works because it works. So you don't have to be reinventing the wheel. So whisper campaign, getting your list ready. Once we find out what it is, you best believe I'm posting whatever it is in all of my old parties, however many hundreds of them I have. They're all going to get a little posty post from me. But here's I think what's very important, and here's I think what is hard to grasp when you're maybe newer. The second we find out what it is, do not just go run to your wall and post some weird thing that you haven't thought through. Okay. There are ways that are good to post about things and ways that are less good to post about things. If you wait 3 hours, it's not going to make or break your business. Okay. Wait a second, digest the information and think about how you can get this to your following in a non-spammy, thoughtful way. Okay. That I beg of you. Do not just run and post a graphic and expect that to work, okay? Think about what you're going to post. And then, of course, I would get as many parties going tonight as you possibly can. Because why? Because that's 20 more groups full of strangers who would otherwise not see your stuff that you can be posting about this crazy announcement. You can be posting in those groups in front of all those new people, right? That's the main game of this business is who can find the most new people and get your information in front of them. Like Eric Worre says, our job is to educate people about this business and what we do. It's not to force them to join or something like that, it's to educate them and then let them make their own decision. So the more people you can educate, the better off you're going to be. So if we don't know why parties are so important, that's why. It's because it builds your network with a ton of people you never would have met otherwise. And I want to reiterate something that Jo said in her video also. She said, we always say book, sell, sponsor, but it should really be sponsor, sell, book. And if you think about it, that's actually freaking genius, right? Okay. So like if you start, because and we've heard book, sell, sponsor over and over and over again, right? Like it just kind of flows off the tongue better, which I think is why people say it that way. But sponsor, sell, book is really the way you want to be doing it, because here's why. If you start with a party and then you try and get them to join, all of their people have probably already purchased or have made the decision not to purchase in that party. And so they're going to join and they're going to be really amped up. And all their friends who were just in that party are like, what are you what is even happening here? You know what I mean? It can be a little defeating for them. And if they already got sales in their party, then they're going to be like, well, what the hell? Like, you just took all that commission from my friends, and I'm sitting over here trying to start from scratch, but they've already purchased. You know what I mean? So you want to set your people up for quick wins. You want them to make a sale as fast as possible. That's why I ask when the party is starting. And that's why I ask again when someone tells me they're going to order in a party. I'm like, girl, like your friend's about to place an order. Are you sure? Are you sure that you want to just give me that commission? You don't want that? So that's why you kind of want to fall back onto parties, because it's a little dicey either way if they start with a party. Now, if we send an opportunity message and they don't have money, it's a little weird to be like, okay, well, do you want to buy a product? You know what I mean? So maybe I would skip the sell there and go straight to a party, whatever. You guys, like Joe said, you guys know how to talk to people, right? Have you ever talked to a person in your life? Okay, then you don't need a script for anything. You'll figure it out. You know how to talk to people. But it's always, and this was hard for me to understand and grasp as like a yellow status presenter and a white status presenter. It is 10 times more beneficial in your business to get someone to join than to get someone to order. 10 times more beneficial, I would wager, because yes, you're passing up on that instant commission right now for this month, but in order to get anywhere in this business, you need a team. So especially with the first level bonus and the car bonus now, you guys, you can make up more in the bonuses by having someone join than you would by having them one-time order. You know what I mean? Plus then they're probably going to order from themselves, and that helps your company sales and blah, blah, blah. So lead with the sponsoring. It is the most crucial thing you can do in your business is sponsor. The most crucial thing you can do, okay? And how do you sponsor? By finding new people, by having parties, by going live, by being yourself, by not being a spammy makeup robot, by not taking all this new information every time there's an announcement and running and posting a graphic and hoping that it works. It's from building relationships and putting in the work every single day, you guys, okay? So that's really all I had. Are there any questiones? I had no idea tomorrow was an announcement. Yes, Tam Jam. Better watch out, girlfriend. It's gonna be cray cray. Cray cray. Okay, no questions. Okay, do we want to do a picture? Can you do a picture?
I don't know how.
I can't hear you.
I don't know.
Put the mic close. Oh, there you go. What?
I don't know how to do a picture on here.
Okay. Well, everyone smile and we'll just pretend. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Click.
Why does Jennifer have a big microphone?
She's a rock star.
It's actually my husband's. He uses it for his stuff. I don't even know what he does.
Yeah, I was about to ask the same question. I was going to be like,
Hang
Jennifer,
on, Stephanie,
when did
do you know how to?
microphone?
Is it?
She has a radio show, guys. Didn't you know?
Right?
Is it the?
I don't know how to do it on a regular computer, because I have a Chromebook.
Do you have a button that says print screen? PRNTSCRN, print screen.
I got the video, the sound